All right, so let's take a look ahead to next season for Notre Dame. All right, they're benefiting from playoff expansion. Marcus Freeman, not quite on the hot seat yet, but I would say if they miss the playoff, it's probably heating up. And their schedule, we'll get to that later, but actually is winnable. All right, could make the playoff. We'll talk about in a second their recruiting class, their transfer portal class, all that good stuff. So join me down in the comment section as we move along. All right, so first off here, as you can see on your screen now, all right, they have the number 9 ranked recruiting class coming in, some instant impact guys coming in, true freshmen. Then the 36th ranked transfer portal class. We'll get to somebody in a second that's going to make a big impact there. But recruiting wise, all right, you've got the number 6 D lineman coming in the nation. All right, looks like a 5-star, which is a dude probably going to start automatically. All right, you got the number 4 linebacker coming in, number 6 quarterback, number 16 receiver, number 8 offensive tackle, number 4 running back. So some instant impact guys that are definitely coming in to help you out. Notre Dame always recruits well, and that's still the case here. All right, let's look at the transfer portal class. All right, like I said, 36-ish. All right, so not the greatest, not the worst, but you've got some guys coming in that should be able to help you. All right, you got a couple 3-stars coming in, but mainly let's focus on this bottom portion here. All right, got an edge rusher coming over from Duke, 4-star. And then the main piece I want to focus on here is Riley Leonard. All right, quarterback from Duke. Really good get here. And the guy wins ball games. Talking about Riley Leonard. All right. If he stays healthy last year at Duke, Duke's probably a top 15 team. They were almost top 25 team without him. But when Riley Leonard plays, now he's a little injury prone, so that's a worry there, that he could get injured. That's a serious worry to have if you are a Notre Dame fan. But Riley Leonard wins ball games. It's been proven that if he's your quarterback, good things are going to happen. All right, he's kind of a dual threat guy that can actually run a little more than you would expect, but really good passer. And I think it's a really good get for Notre Dame. But let's look at their schedule, moving right along here. All right, it's not the easiest, but not the worst for Notre Dame standards. Sometimes you have some really bad ones here. But starting off here, you got Texas A&M. It has them ranked on here. I don't think they'll be ranked or shouldn't be. So I think that's a win. All right, now going into Kyle Field is not easy by any means. All right, the so-called 12th man. But Notre Dame gets the win there. So that's 1-0. Northern Illinois next up. That's 2-0. At Purdue, that should be an easy win, 3-0. Miami of Ohio, easy win. So I think they're going to start off 4-0. Then you probably get your toughest test of the year, Louisville. Louisville's going to be really good this year. I think I have them at number 10, Louisville, in my way too early top 25 preseason wise. I think I have Notre Dame right at 11. So that's a coin flip game. Notre Dame is hosting that game. So I'm going to give Notre Dame the edge there. But I think that's going to be a really good game. So that puts you at 5-0. All right, next up, you got Stanford. That's a win, 6-0 at Georgia Tech. Should be a win, but that's not going to be easy. Georgia Tech's actually going to be pretty good this year. So that puts you at, 7-0? All right, then you got Navy, 8-0. Florida State, luckily you host them. That should be another good game there, similar to the Louisville game, but I'm going to give Notre Dame the edge there. Notre Dame really hurt this year from just having such a tough schedule in that little span to where you're going to be beat up, you're going to be tired, you're going to lose a game probably. It's just going to happen. But the good thing is with playoff expansion, you can lose a couple games, still make the playoff. But like you look at last season, they almost beat Ohio State, which was a definite top 10 team. And then you just get that brutal schedule there. And then at the end, it comes back to bite you. You know what I mean? Because you're banged up and you're injured. It's going to happen. But I think they beat Florida State this year. Virginia, that's a win. Army, that's a win. At USC, not going to be easy by any means. I think USC will be improved. But I think that's a win there. So looking at your schedule, it's really winnable. All right, now some potential roadblocks: USC, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Louisville, and obviously A&M. Not gimmies by any mean, but I think they're wins. So I think Notre Dame going to be undefeated. And the good news is, like I said, you can lose one of those games, whether it's Louisville, Florida State, or USC. With the expanded playoff, you can lose one of those and still make the playoff. You might even be able to lose to Florida State and Louisville and make the playoff. I don't think that'll happen, but it is possible. But I think Notre Dame's going to go undefeated if Riley Leonard stays injury-free. Now, if he gets hurt, we'll see. But Marcus Freeman, I think, needs to make the playoff this year. Like I say, he's not necessarily on the hot seat, but he is a name to watch. All right, Notre Dame, under Brian Kelly, made the playoff a lot. Made the playoff multiple times, and with the expanded playoff, there's really no excuse in Notre Dame not to make the playoff. And some fans, from what I've heard, are a little fed up with Marcus Freeman. Not necessarily how he runs the program, but they want to get back to the playoff. You know, I mean, that's the goal. So if you did fire him, could you bring in a better guy? I don't know. You know, could you find a better coach? We'll see. I don't know if you could get a Luke Fickle or not. I don't know if that's realistic. But either way, though, I think Notre Dame definitely set up for success this year. Should be a playoff team, even if they lose one of those games. But we'll see. That's my thoughts on their season coming up. Let me know yours. Comment down below. Make sure to like this video. Most importantly, subscribe.